All right, if you guys were just starting up here, give me 1 second. We're gonna do a few things, and we should be ready to go. Nice, my portfolio is not getting pooped on today. Very nice. All right, we're gonna tweet out. We're gonna do some things. Be ready to go. Hopefully everyone's having a great day. All right, sorry, we're just tweeting out. Hopefully everyone's having a good morning. Good morning. Peace out. Good morning. Good morning. We're gonna get started here in a second. I'm just tweeting out some things, doing the usual morning routine. I'm really glad to see that QQQ was really doing good, but for QQQ, in my opinion, we have to break over this 363 level for me to be really bullish. Nice jump this morning, but still not out of the woods yet. Okay. So, that is just the one thing I'm looking at. Get a tweet out a couple things, and we'll be ready to go, guys. Bed Bath & Beyond, wow, okay. Bed Bath & Beyond got destroyed today off of earnings. That's crazy. I don't know. Earnings calls this year might be strange. PaySafe is trending. Just kind of looking real quick. What is doing well, what is not. So Virgin Galactic's doing well. I'm not sure why, but yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, we were doing really, really good on QQQ. We're starting to see a pullback now. We are starting to see, this is good. We started to see a higher low, but this 15-minute candle is not really looking that great. That 1 minute, not either. So, like I said, yeah, I don't really like that look. Kind of looks like a bear trap, but we'll have to just see. AMD's up 3%. I remember that Tesla talked about AMD yesterday. Elon tweeted it out, so you already know that it's going to be going crazy. If you guys are just tuned in, though, we're going to get started here. So if you guys got any questions, let me know, stuff like that. I also did start a Patreon, too. We'll talk about that later. AMC has been a falling rock the last few days, which is good. It's been too extended for a while. All right. Morning. Hey, JC. Good morning, June and Janelle. How is everyone doing? Yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. SPY being really, really heavy. I mean, QQQ had a really strong morning. We just, looks like we kind of faded away. XP's up at least. My whole growth portfolio is not doing terrible, except APPS. Yeah, interesting. CEI looks good as well, but what is my growth portfolio? My growth portfolio is up 0.6%. It was up like 2% this morning at open, but oh my goodness. We'll see. I'm hoping, like I said, if we're actually done with, if we're going to see a bounce, we're going to have to see, like, honestly, like a break of like the 364 level is going to be really, really big. I also wanted to take a look at, we had a couple stocks that were just trading above its 200-day moving average, or just hit it. Amazon did yesterday. Looks like we're kind of bouncing off of that. And then Nike as well. Good morning. What are your thoughts on context logic? We can look at Wish. In your honest opinion, when correction happens, I think we're already there. Where do you see the bottom? And let's say we avoid a downtrend. Morning, Christopher. We look at BT. We're going to look at all those. Give me a sec. So, I mean, so if this really wasn't a correction. If it was, a correction is going to be 10%. So we do to 10% of 38, which leaves us with, let me do the math. So we have 382 and 10%. I could have just done it out my head. Is 38, so we minus 38. And our correction territory, I just plussed it. Let me do the math. Okay. So that put us at 344. 344 is all the way down here. To here would be the correction. The thing with QQQ is we actually have seen a correction, but I don't know if the bottom's necessarily in. The bottom for me, if QQQ can get above 363, it looks like the bottom could be in. Other than that, I'm not sure. Okay. Bit Digital, is that what you're looking at? Should have held my Nexus 595 expire tomorrow. I bought for $6. Yeah, maybe. All right. I don't know what your price. I don't know what it's doing. Yeah. So if we just look at this graph, super unhealthy. We have some lower lows. We had a decent dip, but if we look on this daily, we have a lot of room all the way back down to 433. So don't really like the chart. I don't know if there was news or something. That'd be something that I don't know, but yeah, not looking the best. Yeah, QQQ. I don't know. We'll see what happens today. It could be kind of a toss up, in my opinion, what's going to happen. So yeah, hopefully something cool happens, but not too confident that something crazy is going to happen. I'd love it to at least have a positive day. Growth stocks have been getting hit hard all day, so I'd like to see some growth stocks definitely start to pick up. If you guys got any questions, I know family was doing good today too. Some people talked about it yesterday. I was not going to be in it, but it had that gap to fill we talked about, and it filled it perfectly. So, all right. And I mean, I've liked NXTD for a bit. NXTD is not a terrible play because it's the blockchain, but we are starting to curl up here a bit. I don't mind this play actually. Over, I don't mind this play over 45 cents. 45 cents, I think we could definitely actually see a bounce. But I'd have to reclaim that for me to. Oh, BTBT had an offering. Good morning, James. How are you? How are you doing? But yeah, growth still has not come back at all. My portfolio is up 1% today, so I'll take it. Let's see my big gainers. Oh, if you guys, so one thing I am excited for is when we're talking about relative strengthness. This stock we've started to see 2 green days in a row. We're up about 2% so far on Futu for the day, so I'm excited about Futu. You guys know I like Futu. And FLGT, one of my long-term growth stocks, has been doing really good as well today. Looks like, yeah, FLGT looks really good. Fluent Genetics. Looks like we broke out of this. Our next target's 118 for FLGT. Square looks good. XP's doing okay. Another one of my growth stocks. That Tiger's doing really good. That China name we've been talking about. Another one of my growth stocks that's doing really well is Dynatrace. So good, so decent day for some of my growth stocks, which I'm really excited about. DT looks good as well. We're starting to possibly break out of this flag. So, Netflix is the play this week. It broke 600, not close to all time. No family or yeah, maybe. CEI still can have some room to go. Doing well, going right direction. Yeah, definitely. Good to see that. Like I said, I don't think QQQ and SPY are not out of the woods yet, but we definitely would like to see QQQ break above 363. Hey Chris, how's it going? Easy FL. Easy FL, we had a really nice day. Remember that when we talk about IPOs, the time to really go long is once we break this all-time high. Once you break this all-time high, we could see it on DAX chat. A lot of them, they start to go really parabolic. So, oh, look at this comment. Dude, your video is depressing. Damn. What we want to look at is the market cap on this IPO. A lot of these lower float market caps have been going. Market cap 100 million, so yeah, this definitely has some way to go. But yeah, it does look good. We have a nice day today as well, so that could be on top watch. Spice up, yeah, it is up 10%. I don't know what it's on. Teva started to settle. Yeah, we can look at BBY. I don't know if it'd be a quick scalp. We'll take a look. Let's look at. Nice. We're starting to get some steam on QQQ. Let's look at BBY and then we'll look at Teva. What is the ticker? It's not BBY. It's like BBBY or something, right? I don't know. All right. Same rule if we're looking for a gap up. I don't play the initial gap. What I do, I don't really think. The only time I would go long here is if we can break 16.95. If we break 16.95, we have a chance of going higher. So 16.95, if you go long, you do have a potential chance in these. But yeah, I think if we break 16.95, that could be the level to go. Yeah, thanks, JC. I appreciate it. It cracks me up. Actually, if we're talking about a video that did really good, my video last night got like 500 views. Pretty excited about that. All right. So we have 100 million market cap. Looks like we have a really nice day today. Yeah, so quarterly it looks okay. Not a lot of data. I'd have to look back on that, but yeah. Let's see what the chart looks like. Yeah, same thing. We just IPO'd. So once we break this, once we break that IPO level, we can go crazy. I actually love playing IPOs. I love playing IPOs. Once we break, like I said, once we break this 549 level, we'll be good to go. Looks decent. Netflix hit all-time highs. Really? Oh, geez. Look at that perfect consolidation right here. Consolidate right under this resistance that we couldn't break, and then we turn that into support. Typical breakout play. Looks good. I actually don't have Netflix in my long-term portfolio. I usually have a lot of nice stuff from QQQ. Remember when I said this 363 level is going to be really key to break, but my growth portfolio is at least having a little bit of relief today. So yeah, we're not having fun breaking that 1692 level. So I'm not curious in going long. Okay. At least I want to see some of my growth names pick back up. That's good. We're up 1.5% today. Love to see it. I also was going to talk to you guys. So I did start the Patreon thing. We'll go through that in a sec. I'm not asking anyone to do it. I'm just curious. Because for me, like, you guys were telling me that you'd want to, if I did a Patreon, you guys would want me to do it. But the problem is it's like, I don't really want to charge anyone for something that, like, isn't going to be beneficial. Because I want all my stuff to be free, but I don't know what would be, like, the next step of, like, me, like, if like, I'm not saying, again, anyone that should pay, but if you wanted to, what would be, like, that next step of, what would that be? I don't know. I am curious, though. Let's see. Did this. Let's see. Curious though, what you guys, if this numbers even look good, the 5, 10, 20, should there be a higher one just in case? Should they just all be 5? And then what should be like the benefits, if that makes sense? I don't know if there's like a Sunday watch list, something like that. I'm just curious because I haven't even tweeted out anything yet on Stock Twit, so everyone here has been here for a while, so I'm just curious. But yeah, QQQ, oh, looks decent. I know that, yeah, did anyone, and then, yeah, yesterday there was some crazy, like that CEI, and DD was crazy too, or Datch chat with the, we kind of dipped really, really hard yesterday. But yeah, if you guys got any questions, let me know. We will. Or let us do it on your YouTube page. Give away a puppy each month. I like that, James. That is a smart idea. That is very smart. Or let us do it on your YouTube page. What do you mean by that? I wish there was like subscriptions on the YouTube page. That'd be cool. Someone that asked about BBY. Like I said, if we can clear this 16.92 level, we'd go along. But look, right, it bounced right off that 1692 level. So if we can get back there, you know, possibly. But other than that, not really curious to enter that trade. Okay. Let's start tweeting out some things. Give me a sec. Yeah, and then let's see. I know I can't tell what the problem is with the market right now. I thought remember it was like the government shut down, but I don't think that should have moved it that much. So I was thinking, you know, maybe it could have been the budget, but right now with the debt ceiling, the thing is just because they're gonna run out of money by in like the October 4th, you know, whatever it was. I think it was October 13th. That's my birthday too, so I might have just got that in my head, but they can just print more money. So it's kind of just like a false idea of being scared about that. Like the government, if they run out of money, it's not like they're just gonna like stop spending money. They're just gonna print more, right? Like, um, I just don't see the government just not spending another dollar for this for the whole entire year. That just doesn't make sense to me, right? Also, whoever's the budgeter should get fired. I don't know how you do that, but yeah, AMD's breaking out too. I know there's a lot of people that are long at AMD, but AMD looks really, really good as well. So, yeah, that's what I'm interested to see. I didn't really know that dynamic of kind of why the market was dropping, but yeah, I mean, I think it was just fear mongering. When I was, like I said, there's nothing with like the actual, when we look at a company, just a price change, if a price changes, we don't worry. Now, if something fundamentally changes with the company, then there's time to possibly worry. Same thing with the economic side of the United States. No legislation has been passed yet, so should be no dip or anything like that in the market. It's all just talk right now. So the market's very, very emotional though. Thought you had a donate button. I don't. Hey Sal, how are you doing? Yeah, I do. The Patreon's a little bit. I kind of like that instead. I think there's one on Patreon too. The problem with the donation button is it takes like I don't honestly know. I've gotten donations and they still like I know PayPal told me I had to call them and they said that they're not available for a week and it's been more than a week, so I'm curious on what that is, but maybe we'll see. Maybe it'll evolve into something. Let's see. Um right on. Curious to see. Okay, XP's up at least 3%. It's doing something that's exciting. What was I gonna look at? Oh yeah, we're gonna look at food. I'm holding actually Futu. Futu is my strongest position right now that I'm holding my portfolio. A lot of key levels to break, but I think we should be able to whiz past them if the sentiment changes. Really, really nice hammer on this weekly setting up as well. So, my opinion, we should see some upside. I'd really like to reclaim this 100 level, though. That 100 level has been pretty key. 100 level is really, really key. If we look right here, that's where our old support used to be, right at 100. So hopefully we can reclaim that soon. Let's see what else. If you guys have any questions, let me know. But let's see what else is doing good today. Pretty much my whole growth portfolio, but Upstart's not doing good. Roku's doing good, and FLGT. Yeah, that's nice. Another one of my favorite growth stocks I've never talked about, FLGT. Really, really nice growth stock. We've actually been following this this trend line for a while now. This trend line is absolutely perfect. We look at a stock like this. Whenever that hits this trend line, it's a great time to buy. Didn't see that, but that's looks like why we're kind of bouncing a little bit. Okay. QQQ. Let's see, maybe we're flagging on the 1 minute. Almost. Our resistance to break. Do you use 200 EMA? Very rarely, but we can talk about a 200 EMA. So let's go to. Okay, so the 200 EMA acts as kind of support for a stock. So let's look at something like Amazon. We're going to want to put the 200 EMA on the 1 day. So if we look on the 1 day, this is the best place to use it. Usually stocks bounce off of their 200 EMA. It's a big indicator if it's bullish or bearish. We can see that Amazon jumped off of that today, their 200-day moving average. Nike is actually an interesting graph as well. So if we look at our 200-day moving average, we bounced off it about 1, 2, 3 times. We're hitting our 200 EMA for the 4th time, and it looks like we are going to possibly bounce off of that. So 200 EMA can be used for really, really nice dip buys if you're patient. I don't use it personally, but you can definitely see where it could be useful, right? Like, look at Nike. It's sitting right down at its 200-day moving average. It tends to bounce off of that, so that could be pretty good. Could be a nice spot. If that makes sense. So you can use a 200 EMA day. I usually don't buy stocks that are below its 200-day moving average. That's usually pretty bearish for a stock, and if it's above, they're usually pretty bullish. Yeah, you can use EMAs, different EMAs. I just figured 200, the 200-day moving average. The higher up, the more significance they have. So I don't really need. I know some people trade with 10, maybe 5 or 6 different EMAs. If I am going to use one, it's going to be the 200 EMA. I mean, if you are day trading stocks or something like that and you really like the EMAs, I can see why you can have some more, but it's not my type of style. If that makes sense. So, Virgin Galactic is doing really, really well this morning. I wonder what news. AMD is popping off. Lots of good stocks. I would love to see QQQ maintain its. Like I said, it looks pretty weak right now. You can just see we're just really kind of chopping, but at least we're up a pretty good amount today. So that's exciting. Yeah, if you guys are just tuning in, you got any questions, let me know. And then what else was I going to say? But yeah, Nike's sitting at that 200-day moving average. Could be a dip buy as well if you are into dip buying. I just don't. The problem with Nike is we have this big gap to fill down, which kind of worries me a little bit. But we did have a 200 EMA support, but there's a lot of gaps to fill down, all the way back down to about 134. So that's my problem with it right now. But let's see. Amtx look like gonna pull CI type move. I mean, the CI type move is really, really hard gonna do 1,000% like a month. That it's gonna really doesn't happen much. Um, Now, if we're looking just off the daily, whenever we do start to curl up, we went 180 to 4. We're starting to curl up here. The problem is that we start at 30. So I wouldn't, here's the thing with this as well. We talked about this IPO. If we can break, I would say 44 cents, we have a big gap to fill all the way up to 68. So I think that it has some potential to run, but I wouldn't count my life on it. I don't think it's going to pull a CEI move necessarily, but I can see some room that it has to move on the chart. Paul, what are you talking about? Oh, the FAA cleared Virgin Galactic for flight again. Oh, okay. Didn't know that they did not. Interesting. Because I know. Interesting. Lots of volume on Virgin Galactic. One of the most interesting charts. If you look on this daily, it still held its higher highs all throughout, but very interesting chart to say the least. I just don't think there's a lot of money. It's hard to be profitable on SPCE for the actual company in general, but yeah. It looks like a really, really nice chart. FAMI's doing really, really good today. We talk about that gap to fill video I put just out. That's the power of gaps. Okay. FAA. Okay, that makes sense. I just didn't know that they did not clear them. I thought that they've been good to go. They're very interesting. And Rise Ride have been trading. Grind is up 14%. Must have been some news. QQQ looks okay. If you guys are just getting in here, you got any questions, let me know. Great. Look at FAMI. No, I didn't get into FAMI, but we were just looking at FAMI. There's a big gap to fill, and it filled. So I'm not really bullish on it anymore. We had this big move. We filled the gap. We could potentially see a bigger move, but right now it's too late. The only possible thing is a cup and handle, but not really feeling it. We do have a bigger gap to fill at 70 cents to 77 cents as well, so could take a look. We could look for that. Just on saying Virgin Galactic jumps on news. Yeah, best to buy and let it run and sell it. Yep, there's a lot of stocks like that. Yeah, I like Palantir long term. I hold it in my growth portfolio. If you really like Palantir, you have to really make sure that your thesis is strong and hold it for a while. I think that I think it could be a potential, the next, like a major cap company. Looks really, really good. When we're looking at NXTD, wasn't there a gap to fill? No, there wasn't. But yeah, like I said, if we can reclaim this 44 level, like I said, wow, I literally started talking about it and it popped. Yeah, definitely could be a runner. Definitely one to keep on watch for sure. We've broken all this resistance too. If you were going to go long, I'd want to pull back just like intraday. But yeah, if you're going to go long, I'd definitely want to kind of a pullback just like a little bit. But we definitely broke all this kind of resistance line pretty much. So looks good. Yeah, Palantir, there's a lot of people that, if you like the company, I think it's a great company. You just got to make sure that, you're holding. There's a lot of, what's the word? There's a lot of volatility in that, so we're just going to want to really make sure that you're holding for your long-term thesis. Yeah, NXT down here is really, really cheap from a blockchain play as well. We really know that these blockchain plays can go, especially when Bitcoin heats up. Remember when back about 6-7 months ago, I made about 100% on NXTD, about $1.90 to $1, about $2. Yep, there's the classic dagger on QQQ. That's exciting. QQQ is just very, very, like I said, we still have not reclaimed any sort of what I would call strength back than QQQ. We might have a green day, but my portfolio does not like these big dips either. But I don't know, we'll see. Well, that's a decent candle, but I was hoping that we could hold the support down here all the way back to the lows today. Very frustrating, but is what it is. Yeah, we really have to break this 364 level to really say that we're out of this bear flag. I mean, at the end of the day, we could just be working on another bear flag for next move down. The markets aren't just going to go straight down, so I got to keep that on watch. Punts are good long hold. Yeah, Palantir is definitely a good long-term hold in my opinion as well. I like it. Geez, yeah. Very, very rough for any growth stock with QQQ being so choppy is just not having it. If we look, I guess this, looking back to what just happened, looks like we almost did break that resistance, but I was hoping that we could reclaim that 364. It's a nasty candle, but hopefully we'll see something do a little bit better. Yeah, very nasty candle. If you guys are just joining in, you guys got any questions, let me know. I like how I'm looking just on stock twits and some guy on CEI says short squeeze inbound. Like there's not already been up so much percent. Yeah, Family's got a lot of volume too. Just looking at it, but all right, let's see. I have a few shares up to CEI, nothing really though. Looks like we could possibly have another good runner today. The long-term chart, like the chart is still intact. Even on that dip yesterday, we look at just kind of just clear all these drawings and kind of look. Maybe a bear trap on QQQ. We can see is that this trend line's pretty much intact. Kind of. And super, super strong volume today. But what I'd want to see if we saw a pullback into like the 3.6s, but it's still so overextended. I still would not be buying up here unless you're, looking for a quick day trade or something like that, because super, super overextended. I have it in TFSA. What is that? You guys are just joining. You got any questions? Let me know. All right. I got in Family early at 0.23. Yeah, I mean, people have asked me to review it. When people asked me to review it, I remember I made this down here at like 23 cents. I said, once we break over this, we should be good to go. Still overextended though. I wouldn't enter if you're in a new position, but yeah, it looks pretty solid. Maybe we have a runner today. We'll see for sure. Tax-free savings account. Oh, yeah. I don't know what just happened, but thanks Molly, Coach, and Vishal for the subs. Really appreciate it. Oh, I need to be putting on multi-stream as well, right? In case some people from Twitch want to chat. Doubt it. All right, great. QQQ is so strange. Did want to look at CEI though. CEI does look I'm not going to trade it up at these levels, but because I mean, we could haul it down pretty quick. 100%. If you guys are just tuning in, you guys got any questions, let me know. Appreciate all the subs coming in. I think we'll probably hit 500 today, so that's pretty exciting. It's a big achievement. All right. Are you a believer in chart patterns, head and shoulders, morning star? So stock patterns would be like a bull flag. Canuck. Canadian? Yeah, oh, is that the Canadian? A TFSA? Is that IRA? Is that what it is? Okay, I can see. Yeah, so there's stock patterns, but then there's candlestick patterns. So a stock pattern would be, you know, if we have a head and shoulders, a flag, a triple bottom, a falling wedge, stuff like that. But then there's actual candlestick patterns that you can look at. And a candlestick pattern, for example, um, let's zoom out here. Let's talk about what a candlestick pattern is because they're two different things, but you can use both at the same time, of course. So right here we had a really nice. So right here we started off this year with a 3 green knights. So there's 3 white knights, which are 3 really bullish green candles. Their bodies are the closer the body is to the top. Do you see how this candle's body is all the way at the top? That's called a hammer, super bullish. Now a really bearish candle would be something like this. The bottom, the body of the candle is all the way down at the bottom of the wick. So wherever that body is, we can see how bullish the candle is. So when we're looking here, this weekly candle on QQQ is very bearish. We almost started to see a 3 black crows on the weekly. And then it's the same thing, you know, there's lots of things. Prague looks insane. I'll take with a grain of salt, but what do you think of its trajectory? Yeah. CI will fall eventually. Don't get FOMO. Silent streamer, appreciate it. Don't fall into the trap. Don't fall into the trap. It's gonna dip eventually. It could hit 10. I'm not saying it will. You said what about Prague? You said Prague looks insane, 80 to 100%. So here's the thing. I know it looks insane that it's dropped 15 to $1, but there's probably a reason why. Where honestly looks like we can go lower too. Looks like we're starting another bear flag. So things that remain in a downtrend always stay in a downtrend. So for me, I would not be buying down here for this stock. I still think it could have ways to drop unless there's some catalyst or something you're referring to. But other than that, I just don't like the setup. You live in George. I'm not. No, I'm not. Oh yeah, you guys are from Canada. Trying to see, yeah. CEI will dip. Just trust. It'll be back to dollar in a few years, or not even a few years, a few months. If you guys are new, you got any questions, let me know. QQQ is so strange. All right. We're really just gonna fall. We're just gonna have a falling wedge all the way down. Exciting. I'm just glad my portfolio is green today. It was red yesterday, the day before that. So maybe something will happen interesting. Well, West Club. I have no idea where that is. I mean, yeah, the stocks that any reason why you think it will dip. Well, the basic reason why I think CEI is going to dip is we can look at this. We went 33 cents to $5 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks would be the main reason. It's super overextended. It's a big momentum play. I just want to remind you guys, it's a terrible company. If you do any research, anything, just look into the company, it's a terrible company. I do want to remind you of the same person who called this stock. He has a lot of momentum behind him. Look at this. What we usually see on these insane run-ups, look, we went 13 cents to 396. Yeah, it was a really crazy run-up, but we're eventually going to be back down here. CEI is not a good long-term stock. I'm not saying that it can't go up. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that, you know, eventually it's going to need to cool off into the $1 to $2 range, okay? Flippity flip. Yeah, GameStop is interesting down at these levels, possibly. The chart's going to be really messed up, but we can look. I would be a buyer close to this 200 EMA, so I'd wait till about 158. I'd be a buyer at 158, nothing less. QQQ's back into it again. Lots of volatility. Yeah, if we're talking about a stock that I've really been calling out, first of all, Futu's having a really, really nice day. Love to see that from Futu. We're actually starting our next leg up as well. So Futu looks really, really good. I told you, once China comes back, this name's going to triple on you really, really quick. It'll be at $300. And then another name that looks really, really good too is FLGT for my long-term portfolio. Tiger looks really good. C looks good. There's a lot of growth stocks coming back today. A couple other honorable mentions. XP's up 3%. It's still down so much on the week, that damn stock. And then Square looks like it's doing good. A lot of growth. Good to see. But yeah, I mean, any reason why you think it will dip? Yeah, I mean, usually when stocks are up 1,000% in a month, they tend to dip back down. Parabolic moves usually end badly. I mean, you can think of a parabolic move like Tesla didn't end badly, but you're gonna have to see some pullback, to the $1 to $2 range for sure. Mark my words, in 3 months it'll be at $1 or $2. There's going to be a point where buyers are exhausted, right? There's always that point in a parabolic move that there's just no more buyers. The selling pressure is too high, and once it loses momentum, look at something like Adder, look at something like Sundial. Once it loses that momentum, it plummets really, really quick. There's a lot of gaps to fill on the way up, very momentum-like play, and it fills all the way back down. AMD looks really, really good. Possible breakout today as well. Lots of really nice looking stocks today. QQQ, like I said, we're not out of the woods yet by any means. If we can close above, what did I say, 364 or something like that, we have a potential of bouncing further. But other than that, I'm just not seeing too much hope on QQQ. Could be a relief bounce today, but it looks pretty strong today. We'll have to see. Maybe we could have a 2% day today. We'll have to see, but still very volatile. We usually see, not so much volatility. I mean, we've been up and down all day on it. We'd love to break the all-time high of today, though. That'd be pretty bullish. Again. Okay. If you guys got any questions, let me know. Sorry, a lot of questions. Oh, yeah, no, you're fine. You're fine. I'm glad to tell you because how much is your portfolio now and how much did you start with? What's your advice for? I'm not going to tell you how much my portfolio is. I'll tell you some stories, though. I started with $5,000 when I was 16. I used to be a big saver. My mom made me save all my birthday money, all this stuff. I was very unprofitable for the first year. I lost $2,000. And then I was just going up, down, up, down, up, down, really not getting a hang of it, putting all my paychecks in, trying to make it. COVID turns around. The beginning of COVID, I had $5,000 and I turned it into $13,000 in one day off of one trade. That was on SPI. Ever since then, I've been really analyzing and doing well. I've moved a lot of my money over to hyper growth stocks, but I have done relatively well. But it took me lots of time before I was even profitable. Yeah, no, you're fine. So yeah, like that story, it was this run. I like to always show it. So yeah, this run right here is what I was on SPY. If we look on the weekly, we went literally like we went like it was 50 cents to like 50. I remember I bought at 4 and sold at 12. I went all in. There's a lot of ups. I still make stupid mistakes. I remember losing $3,000 on a pump and dump, lots of things like that. So it just takes time. There's not. I can tell you anything. I can tell you one thing. If you want trading to be your full time, or you want to make money in the market, if you stick with it, you'll eventually become profitable. It just takes a lot of time, learning as you go. Got into Tiger 1030 Futu 9. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I have Tiger a little bit lower than I really wanted to, or sorry, my price average, but once China sentiment returns, these names are going to be really, really good. And Futu. Futu is really, really strong today, especially with earnings coming around. If Futu beats earnings, this thing will gap up. It kind of did have earnings, but yeah, super, super strong. Love to see that. I'm not saying that the China bleeding is over, but it does look good today. We do have, we're starting to see a little bit of bounces on these names, which we like to see, but that looks really good. And I definitely like Tiger and Futu. I think Tiger in the next few years could definitely 10x, and Futu is also a crazy company. Futu has so much growth over the last few years. I just don't know how hard it's going to be to actually maintain that growth year over year. That's what I'm talking about. Look how crazy volatile QQQ is. We're just trading in this range. It's probably not killing. People are probably killing options. It's just killing time. Another option killer date. Space Virgin Galactic is up 16%. Jeez, it's a lot of percent. Started 2 months ago, and I'm up around $3,000. I started with 1.3. Yeah, that's pretty good. I would definitely. It's up to your preference. I don't know what you should look for. I have my portfolio set that I have long-term growth plays, and then I swing and day trade with my other half. Just kind of whatever works for you. Yeah, I mean, if you're up $3,000, you start with 1.3. You should just keep doing what you're doing. I would just keep doing what you're doing, to be honest. Yeah, like I said, that's really, really good. So, whatever you were doing, what do you think about AMTX? You can look at AMTX. Sure. All right, let's take a look. AMTX. So, nice triple bottom right here, but our breakout, we have had this really, really nice breakout channel so far. Now, I don't know. You can take a look. I'll look real quick. But nice breakout channel. I think it does have some room to move down, probably to about 1712 for a reset. Now let's look at Amtx stock. Okay. Let's look for long term. Not really liking it. We're not having a big revenue increase. We usually miss on a lot of earnings. But what we want to see is with any stock that our revenue year over year is going up. So I'm going to put an AMTX to Yahoo Financials. We're going to go to Financials. And it looks like since 2017, it's been very, very flatline company. So I don't want my money in a company that's not growing, doesn't have a direction. I'd rather put it in something that's growing. Don't know why it went $1 to almost 17.78. Very interesting for sure. Revenue has not increased. It looks like a good growth stock from the chart. I don't know the whole story behind it, but it looks like a pretty good chart, a really good chart. The problem is that I just don't see a lot of revenue year over year. We can look at Palantir. Like I said, Palantir is a long-term play for me. But, geez, we're down on Palantir as well. If it hits 23 at that 200-day moving average would be a good place to buy, but if we're ever going to be bullish again, we got to break above this 27 level. And we also have this nasty double top as well, so keep that in mind. Yeah, very unfortunate. Palantir, we really started to have a really, really good breakout, and the market killed a lot of breakouts. For example, XP was about to really, really break out. Market kind of tore that thing up. unfortunately. Lots of stuff like that. So, yes, yes. Yeah, QQQ looks heavy. I don't know. I don't really care too much about QQQ's direction. It's quite annoying. Yeah, ATX looks decent for growth. I just don't know about, like I said, I don't know about the whole thesis behind the company why it's up so much. But yeah, Palantir, if you look at the company, what it does, I made a video on it, but I still don't know a lot. But there's a lot within the company that's, I really think that it's a 5-year hold. With any of these really big growth stocks, if you're thinking of Square, Roku, Palantir, it's the kind of investments that you really don't care about daily price action. You're just going to look back in 5 years, right? So if it goes $20 to $10, you don't really care. You're going to be holding for that 5-year horizon. That's what you should have with any kind of growth stock. 5-year horizons about what you want to be looking at. That's what's hard about growth too, is like you want to make sure that you're picking good growth because you ideally just want it to sit there for a few years and let it compound on top of each other. That's how you make your money in the market, is compound interest, as we all know, right? But if you guys are just tuning in, you got any questions, let me know. Yeah, QQQ looks really, really heavy today. We don't know we're still very early in the market. Who knows what happens with QQQ? Maybe we go red today. Not sure. But I do know that until we break over 364, we're really not thinking we're too bullish. Could just be another bear flag. Does that make sense? Okay. Thanks for everyone tuning in. Appreciate it. Yeah, you're welcome. Can you? What's up, Thomas? Can you please give my opinion on a Ford company? Take your. Yeah. Can you? 20 ticket. Can you give me the ticker, Thomas? Yeah, we could for sure go over that. If you just give me the company. Yeah, I don't mind going over it. No problem. If you just want to give me the ticker name, we'll go over it for sure. Or let's see. You said it was. Yeah, you'll have to give me a name. Let's see what XP looks like. XP has a really good chart. We just had a lot of weakness today. Nice moves on XP today. Sergio, we're going to gap up out of XP. I'm not really worried. Well, this was our last resistance. I mean, we have no problem going back to 52. It's going to take a little bit of time, but there's no problem XP going back to 52. Not worried. Longevity of the chart. Yeah, I mean, we definitely... Actually, I like this move. We pretty much hit our 200-day moving average, but XP is one of those stocks, we gapped up 50% on earnings. So, it's a great place to buy in here. We're right before earnings last quarter that we gapped up 50%. We filled this gap. So now we should be ready to skyrocket. So, ticker is 2020. Sure. Okay. QQQ's breaking down. Interesting. Not seeing it. Not seeing it. I'm sorry. I just don't see it right now. Don't like this from QQQ. Can tell you that much. Yeah. Growth isn't going to like that move down as well. But once we have some relative strength back in QQQ, stuff like XP is going to move back rather quick, in my opinion. Still up today on my growth stock, but ugly moves. Yeah, 2020 doesn't work. Maybe I'll need to look at like a different site that shows foreign tickers. Not sure. But even, yeah, what is QQQ doing? Yeah, QQQ does not look good. Unfortunately. Virgin Galactic is going crazy. Can't believe it's up. Virgin Galactic loves to make big moves, though, off of good news. Virgin Galactic is a very emotional play, though. It just moves off of news. Very, very. Okay. Let's look at this. I can't even copy. I'm not sure. You have to, maybe, I don't know what you'll have to do. Not seen it, though. Very interesting. Wonder if, yeah, stuff like XP, though. Once the market comes back, it'll bounce off. No worries. Yeah, XP is finally getting a little bit of relative strength, at least. This is one of my Debbie Downers on my portfolio. This last few days, really kind of, we had this huge gap up, but once we touch the bottom of this gap to fill, we look really, really good. So, what software do you use to translate Trading View? Thomas, I know you follow me on Twitter. Can you send this link to me on Twitter? I can't copy it for some. Actually, let me see. Maybe Command C works. Look though. Okay. Okay, so it's 2020 Bulkers. Okay. So now we're going to want to put this into... It's not going to show up on Thinkorswim, fortunately. Okay. So in 2017, we've had it since we IPO'd. We look really, really strong. What I want to see is financials. So yeah, financials look actually really, really pretty good. We've doubled since 2020 to 2021. Cost of revenue is pretty good as well. So really, really high growth company. That looks good. Market cap doesn't show any of this stuff here. But yeah, it looks good just off of the growth. It's just named, so I just can't really see. It's European, so it's hard to see. But yeah, this year to date looks really, really good. I like the chart looks really, really good. Not a lot of volume. We see almost no volume on this stock. I wonder what the market cap is. There's absolutely no volume. Like the volume is like 80, 70. Really, really low volume. That's crazy. But yeah, it looks pretty good. If you have an idea of the market cap, if you guys have if you have an idea of the market cap, give me a better idea. At least, yeah, XP's got a lot of relative strength today. Looks good. We will make back yesterday's loss. Yep, Fami's done. Yeah, but I figure that one stock you showed me doesn't have a big market cap because that volume was like 100 a day. That's crazy. But yeah, it looks really, really good just off of the chart and the revenue. If you guys are just tuning in here, welcome, welcome. If you guys got any questions, let me know. Appreciate all the subs. Love to hit 500 today. That'd be pretty cool. And also my Patreon, if you're interested, is in the link. I still don't know what you guys want to do for Patreon, but don't know what I'm gonna do yet either. Thinking maybe like a Sunday watch list. Maybe like you guys will get maybe a few tickers a week to give me, and I'll go in depth in them a lot. I was thinking also I have a lot of up and coming hyper growth plays that have a lot of potential but are a little bit riskier. I could maybe drop in there. I'm not sure, but something like that I think would be interesting. Maybe is a if you get is something like that. I don't know. I also could give away dogs. Give away dogs like James said. That'd be cool. Yeah, Fami's taking a big drop today. Fami had that big gap to fill we talked about. I also made a good video on that, but I appreciate all the follows on Twitter as well. Yeah, my Twitter's down there. I have all my links and stuff like that. Let's take a look. One sec. Okay. Great. So a lot of relative strength in some names. So for example, XP has a lot of relative strength. XP looks really good. And then stocks like, let's see if Futu's still doing good. Ugh. Don't like that from Futu, but is what it is. Then another one that's been going crazy. I think I would want to swing IG. If we're talking about a day trade, I would love to swing this stock. It just had some really good news that dropped. I think this could go higher. I'm going to keep this one on watch today, but would be a decent back. What would you think about getting in at C4? I'm all about the risk puppies. Yeah, that would be great. I'm really thinking this name could pop off of this news. I don't really want to put a starter position. That's fine. CEI at 4. I mean, make sure you have a. If I was gonna buy CEI at 4, I'd make sure that my stop loss is at 386. But still very risky. I wouldn't do it. Okay, 3 billion market cap. Great. Take another look. I mean, yeah, it looks good. Just IPO'd not too long ago, but yeah, it looks really, really good. I like the chart. Really not a bad time to buy. And our revenue. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Year over year, we're growing really quick. Year to year change at 600%. Yeah, super, super good net income, net profit margin. That's okay. Cash on hand for a company looks good. Yeah, I think it's a good company. Don't know too much about it that it's not American, but yeah, it looks like a decent company as well. Yeah, QQQ is not interesting. My portfolio is going the other way as QQQ right now, so that's good. We have a lot of relative strength in some of these growth names today for sure. Stuff like XP. XP is my top gainer right now. What else is doing good? SEC Limited is another one. I like SE long term. The problem is that it's got such a big market cap. So I like this stock long term, but it's like 300 billion market cap. So seeing like a doubling potential on this is going to be hard. But love the long term on SE if you have some money. How do you feel about Chinese education stocks? Oh, great question. I like Tao. We'll look at Tao. Interesting that you say that. So when we look at the difference between Futu and Tiger and Tao, the problem is that there was some new legislation in China about like these companies. So like education companies no longer can like be profitable. The government shut them down. So the long-term thesis with China is the company is good until you hear any news about the government getting in its business. Once the government gets in the company's business in China, I stay away. So even stuff like Baba, I do hold some Alibaba, but the government starts to get involved, the market cap gets big. It's not really good. The government can pretty much do whatever they want. That's why I don't really like too much of China stocks. But yeah, I mean, I think risk reward once China comes back, they are gonna bounce. Like we see $90 to $4. The problem is that we went $90 to $4. We have kind of look like we've bottomed out. Good buys would be at about 425 on Tau. But the problem is, I could see us going lower as well. That's what I'm trying to say. So if I can see us going lower, it's going to be a hard time to get a buy. But I think, one night you could wake up and these could, definitely, have a gap up in after hours once China returns. But if I'm going to play any China names, I want those long-term growth stocks. So Futu, Tiger, there's a couple more. Diddy is decent. Baidu is decent as well. I know Kathy Woods really likes that stock. It's pretty much flying cars, which seems a little bit crazy, but we thought electric cars were crazy too. Yep, you're welcome. LAC. Not don't know if I've ever heard of that stock. Oh, Lithium America. Yeah, we look really, really good. I was just talking about it the other day. We hit our really, really bounce off this 200 EMA. What I really like here, looks like we have a perfect cup and handle. And actually, we just broke out of our cup and handle today, so we have a lot of momentum today. We definitely could see all-time highs coming up soon. Looks really, really good. LAC looks like a good, looks really good. But yeah, all my socials are below if you guys are interested. What the hell did I just see on Twitter? Sometimes I see things on Twitter that I don't want to see. I take responsibility for the CI pullback yesterday. I was having really bad FOMO thinking about how I missed out. At lunch, I decided to put $20 in and it immediately plummeted. That's all right. $20 is a good risk. If we're gonna risk $20, that's fine. I still think CEI has good potential. It happens to the best of us. CEI does have good. The chart is still intact. Remember how we saw this really, really big consolidation down here, though? If we do get another consolidation, you didn't really get too much of a consolidation. But something like that, we are filling in a flag, but the longer we consolidate, the more explosive the move. So this took almost a couple weeks to consolidate. So if we can, consolidate again, I could see us moving up. But D-Dog, so I like D-Dog, but I do like Net better. D-Dog's okay, but I do like, actually D-Dog's chart looks really good. D-Dog long term is good. I do like Net better, so I would encourage a Net over this, but this stock is still good as well. Let's look at finance. I don't really do much on these cloud computing. I don't know much about them. I do know that I have Net at $40 though. So year over year growth is going to be really, really strong on these stocks. We're always beating our EPS revenue. It is important to note that our market cap is 50 billion. So yeah, I like D-Dog. D-Dog, I mean, from 2017, our growth is insane. We're almost doubling every year. So yeah, same thesis with a really nice long-term growth stock. I just think Net has more room to run. But all these, I don't know much about cloud computing. I'd probably be the wrong person to ask, but just from the graph, it looks good, and the things. Netflix, no. I knew it was a mistake. Happens to the best of us. Netflix, I'm going to say no on. Actually, we are consolidating for a bigger move on Netflix. If you're looking, really, we could see a bigger move today on Netflix. This is a nice flag forming, but I mean, if you're long term about Netflix, that's okay, but it seems like Yeah, we were really, really good. We finally broke over this resistance, but um, I want a bigger pullback. But if you're long term about the company, just buy it and let it sit. But pretty overextended up here. Yeah, that's and CI. Those, I mean, those stocks. The thing about those stocks is we don't really see. Usually, taking profits is going to pay off. I know it was different with CEI and DATS, but that's why I always just recommend, taking off a little at a time and letting the rest ride. So, at least you have a little bit there, so you don't get any FOMO. Yeah, if it does go up after, I never really ever take off my full position, if that makes sense. Um, yeah, I never really take off my full position at all. Nice day from D Dog though. Looks good. I wonder. Okay, 17, 18. Yeah, Netflix is hard when it's overextended like this, but Yasami Mayer 250. What's that? 250. I'm not sure what that means. But yeah, if you guys are tuning in, welcome, welcome. You got any questions, let me know. 250, I don't know what that was related to. But yeah, Netflix looks like we could possibly getting ready to break out of this. If we break out of this, we could see 620. 620 calls today might print. We're gonna break out of this bull flag though. Good consolidation into open though. Definitely could see a bigger move. That is for sure. Looks like we're about to break it as well. Family's not gonna hit 250. If Family hits 250, I'll delete my YouTube channel today. If it hits 250, I promise you. Um, right now, what we have is this is my problem with Family. We had this we had a lot of momentum. This gap to fill. We filled this gap. Once we filled this gap, though, we still have a little bit of a gap back down on the daily. So, we have a lot of room to drop if we hit 42 cents. It could run, but looks like we're getting rejected from. We have looks like we're gonna go down. Doesn't look like there's any further extensions possible. Um, that's just kind of what it is. And then, yeah, but a lot of relative strength on some of these names today, which excites me. FAMI, stuff like that. So that's always exciting. I want to see if Netflix can break out. I'm not going to do any trades on Netflix, but if it does, looks like we're trying to break out right now. We're trying to base over that resistance line. Looks like we could right now possibly break out. We'll have to see. What do you play on Steam? Do you have an index? I don't play anything on Steam. We'll pull it up real quick. Just gonna show my login. Okay, good. Ugh. I play some old school games. Let's see. Among Us, Fate, and Castle Miner Z. If you guys have any games, I just got this new M1 chip from Apple, so I can run games. I just don't have any good ones. Ride. I don't know what the ruse was on Ride, but same thing with all these EV companies. I think there's definitely an EV bubble, was kind of got popped, but okay, so we have a $1.4 billion market cap with no revenue. We're losing cash on hand every single quarter. We're going to be out of cash in 2 years. Zero revenue. Can't say that I like it at all. Okay. That's just my personal opinion. When I'm looking at I'm looking at stocks on the revenue side. For me, it's very simple. If a stock has no revenue, there's no way it can grow. If a stock is increasing in revenue every year, it's expanding it, the management is doing something right. So there's also the thing that maybe they're working on technologies and stuff like that that I don't know about. So you could be bullish on ideas like that. But I look at strictly a financial side. I don't really look at catalysts unless I know the company. But if you're asking about the company, you probably have a long-term thesis. So I'm not saying your long-term thesis is wrong. I just want to remind you that in 2 months they're going to be out of cash. So it's important to note that you want to start. They're going to have to do an offering within the next 2 quarters, possibly. Sorry, not 2 months, but 2 quarters. And maybe you don't want to be a part of that once they do that. So, and also if they're running out of cash quick, these huge jumps, they're going to tend to do offerings to get more money for their bang. So, do take some of those zero revenue companies a little bit less risky. Thanks for all the subs coming. Appreciate it. Yeah, but if Family hits 250, I'll actually delete my YouTube channel. I'll actually give it to you. Also, I'll give you my whole portfolio if that happens. So, I'll give you my portfolio. But it's 250 today. If it hits 250, I'm gonna laugh. Yeah, Netflix is trying to break out ish from just from the 5 minute chart. Really, really nice bull flag. Wanted it to see test that bottom support once again, but not doing that. Yep. See, I could have found the top today too. It's been kind of downtrending a little bit. All right, if you're tuning in, welcome, welcome. You got any questions? Let me know. I'll shoot you guys in the right direction. Appreciate all the subs, as always. But yeah, that's the problem with Ride. I don't know. QQQ. QQQ looks ugly too. I don't know. It just looks like another bear flag to me on the QQQ. Looks like, we could potentially see a lot more downside, another flush. Joe Hansen. Okay. BTU. Peabody Energy. Like I said, I'll look at the 1 year, 1 day. Really, really nice graph. Yeah, this graph is super intact. If you're actually a bull and you want to get in right here at this bottom of the support line is really, really good. Like BTU a lot right here at these levels. Just make sure you use 1250 as a stop loss, but really, really good risk reward. The camera, okay, good. Good, good, good. I'm glad the camera placement is way better. Good, good. Yeah, I figured in this corner it'd be good. I still need to get another monitor so I can read chat, but that'll be someday when I decide to. Testing this bottom support line on Netflix. Could see a big jump off of it. We'll see. Maybe we'll see something interesting. If it breaks that, though, we'll see more downside. Nice bounce. Right. You guys are tuning in. Got any questions? Let me know. Glad the camera placement is better. Interesting. Okay. Well, yeah, it's a single PC, but I don't. Yeah, it's very interesting for sure. I just have to pull up chat. Like when I'm actually trading myself, it's fine. I mean, the thing about it is I can trade on Thinkorswim or my phone. And I can make. I mean, I can make as many of these as I want to. Um, the problem is do you guys really want to see this many? Can I really fill the whole screen? Jeez, you could get really technical. You could just start like, I don't even know if I know 10 stocks name all these stocks names. I don't even know if I could fill all these in off the top. I'm sure I could fill them all in off the top of my head. And then I don't know where the chart is on these, but yeah, interesting. Why are you so spliffering with breaking 100-day moving average? Look at that. How about Fubo? Why are you so concise? I don't know what you mean by RGS. Convinced? Let's look at Fubu. Yeah, Fubu's okay long term. I don't think SPY's at its 100-day moving average. You might be looking at an indicator wrong. Fubu, I don't really like the chart. We have this nasty triple top. We could see ways back down to 15 in my opinion. And then with SPY, I mean, the actual thing with SPY is that our 200-day moving average is at 412. Maybe, let's look at the 100-day moving average. Maybe you're right. Maybe you are right. Let's take a look at, let's put a 100-day moving average on there. Go to apply. So yeah, it is. Yeah, it actually is. It's bouncing off of its 100-day really, really nice. Decent to see. But 200-day moving average, stocks eventually hit their 200-day moving average, and SPY's 200-day moving average is down at 412. So if we do see a correction, that could be a definitely inflection point where it could bounce. All right, QQQ starting to look ugly. Ugh, whatever. Don't really care too much. I don't know what this means, Thomas. You have to tell me. Do you invest in crypto? I'll talk about that. Spur at 941. I think that's the low float SPAC that I don't like. I don't like any of these SPACs. But if you're in at 941, that's great. But yeah, we actually look good. Looks like we're going to potentially bounce right here. We bounced right off of this trend line, so I wouldn't be surprised if we extend higher, but I would take profits and try to scale out on this next move up. Oh, we were talking about RGS. RGS. Don't like RGS. Like I said, we've broken all of our any support down here. Now it's just a free fall. Oh, I don't. Does not look good. I don't remember saying that. I saw on Twitter for the haters and it seemed you invested a lot in RGS. No, never heard of it. Maybe someone else. Yeah, I've never been in RGS. Couldn't even tell you what they do. Jeez. Okay, I have a problem with AMC people that hold. It's not even the stock itself. It's just like sometimes people are just like necessarily kind of dumb. I don't really want to use that word because I don't think anyone can actually yes. Sometimes people are dumb, but I just wanted to some people just like the comments I see on Stock Twitch like they say AMC to like $500 or something. So I'm hoping that people can get a reality check and then start investing in actual companies. Thankfully, no one's asked me about AMC on this stream that much. That is good. But yeah, AMC has definitely been taking a brutal beating this last week. Remember what I said when these corrections happen? Momentum stocks and growth stocks always get hit first. You'll still see some relative strength from some growth stocks that have been breaking out, but for the most part, that money is going to flow back into stocks like Coca-Cola that have a big balance sheet, stuff like that. Perfect flag, Phil, from Netflix. We should see a breakout right now. starting to those upper support and the bottom, or sorry, the upper resistance and the bottom support. Once they converge, we can typically see a move, a pretty volatile move. So we'll see if we can break above. Looks like we've been coiling, should be able to. Bulls can push that. Oh, sorry. Do you invest in crypto? Yeah, yes, I do invest in crypto. I like Ethereum. I don't invest in anything except Ethereum. I like Ethereum. There we go. Perfect breakout on Netflix. Perfect. The thing with Ethereum is I like Bitcoin. I like Bitcoin's thesis, but I just think Ethereum is a lot more useful. You can use it for a lot more applications. If we're talking about NFTs, if we're talking about processing time, so I like Ethereum a lot. Really do like Ethereum. I do have some Bitcoin, but mostly Ethereum. I don't hold anything else though. Some of the altcoins, I think that Ethereum is gonna pass up Bitcoin's market cap eventually. I don't, Voyager token, all these other tokens. I don't hold. I know Cardano, any of those. I'm just not really. Definitely not Doge. Yeah, QQQ does not look good, but that's all right. Netflix is about to break out. It's trying to right now. So if you're long in Netflix, great day. Almost 2%. Options would have been good. If you guys are just joining in, you got any questions, let me know. I would short Virgin Galactic here off on margin too. If I actually cared enough, the market's really choppy, so I don't really want to play too much. But I would Virgin Galactic would be a short. I would short up here potentially. Volume starting to run out. We have a lot of gaps to fill down. I would have started a short kind of up here, but yeah, some people are just I understand if you got in at 30 cents, cool, but people are just very weird about it. I've had people come in here and they're like, "What do you think about AMC?" And I tell them the honest truth, it should be a $3 stock, and they sit there and dislike the video and spam my comments cussing at me, and I'm like, "Are you really offended that I called out AMC?" I'm just sorry, but if you don't have the brain knowledge to understand that pre-COVID AMC was a $3 stock, it hit a big, from COVID, it should be no more than $5 and it's at 30. There's not a lot of brain power behind those people. Don't really want to look at Rocket. We can look at Rocket. Nothing against if you're in AMC. I just not sure if I'd go long in Rocket. We actually have all-time lows right now. These all-time lows, we pretty much have no support. We could keep dropping and dropping. So I would probably say no. Nice breakout on Netflix though. Unless, no, yeah, nice breakout on Netflix. I like going to AMC, get a table and order beers and food. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I like going to AMC and eating some popcorn and watching a movie. That's 100% sure. The stock, And then and also people are just AMC to $3,000, and I just can't take it seriously. Just can't take it seriously. If you said something educated like AMC to $100, okay, I could see it maybe tripling or whatever. But to $1,000 or something, that'd have a bigger market cap than Apple. Or I remember there's this guy on TikTok. TikTok is so easy to get followers, but this guy was calling Dogecoin to 10,000. He was like, Bitcoin's at 50,000. Why can't Dogecoin be at 10,000? And I was just it actually sometimes it makes me laugh, but it's there's, and maybe you guys too. There's a lot of people that think that the high the stock the stock price like means that it's a bigger company. So like some people, I literally have talked to friends who won't buy stocks over $20 because they're too big of companies, and I was like, okay. But I think that's just a common misconception. I should make a video on that. But I think there's a lot of people that just like, and it makes sense, right? The price of the company, like that kind of is what's the biggest company. Um, okay. But it's kind of a weird. I think I had that. I don't think I had that same. I didn't really think of it like that when I first started, but didn't really know about a market cap um, and how many outstanding shares there were. But nice, brave. Remember, so review again. Once we break our top resistance line, our bottom support line, once they converge, we start to coil. Nice breakout. Said 620 calls would have paid. Would have already been up 33% on those 620s. No. AMC just a pump and dump. Moderna short. That's interesting. Um, Again, I would not short this stock. This stock has crazy potential. We're actually we're actually could be hitting our next leg up soon. We have this nice channel. Not short this. If it broke 362, I could see shorting it, but anything besides that. Talk about a crazy chart though. Does need to see a pullback. I agree with you on that. Thanks for the look at BTU for me yesterday. It made a good pump since then may pull back and wait for another drop again. Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for everyone being here. If you guys got any questions at all, just let me know. I'm gonna look at my growth portfolio real quick. Okay, not bad. Love growth portfolios. Yeah, if you guys are just tuning in, you guys got any questions about any stock, anything, just let me know. But yeah, nice breakout on Netflix. I could definitely see. I said 620 calls. I should have grabbed some myself. Didn't do it, but 620 calls would have been up a lot. Potentially could see the high of the day on Netflix for sure. Really, really nice consolidation into a beautiful breakout. Love to see that. Adder, thanks. I think I looked at Adder. If Adder's green today, it would be decent for Adder. Okay, problem with Adder. Adder, in my opinion, is completely done. Remember I said we had to hold this higher high, so I wanted it to bounce right here. When we talk about what we want to see on a stock, is we want to see higher highs. So sorry, higher low. So there's a higher low, there's a higher low, there's a higher low. Once we have a lower low, though, especially right now, it's time to go short. Or sorry, time to sell. You actually do have a decent chance at a double bottom right here potentially, but if it does break 9, definitely is going to be an exit. Doesn't look too great for me right here. Sold my SPC, buy back more shares on drop in next few days. Super predictable. Yep. If I was gonna short, I would short Virgin Galactic right here. Good thing. Like I said, I do think that we're gonna start to fade at least for today. Maybe not, but I do see a fade imminent. QQQ. Whenever I think it's dead, it just crazy. Look at my growth portfolio. I'll tell you guys what's heating up. BCRX is doing really good too. Love to see that. Futu. Lots of names doing good. XP. Yeah, looks good. All right. What do you think of Blend with the good news of partnership? I mean, I'd have to look at it. There'd be something I don't know off the top of my head. We'll see if the market likes it. The market really, really liked it today. So what we want to do is we want to look at market cap sizes. So we want to look at we're going to look at CRM stock because they merged with this one. We want to see what their market cap is or their partnership. So CRM has a huge market. Oh, Salesforce. I'm stupid. Yeah. So something like Salesforce is really, really bullish. I don't like the company, just the actual chart. So looks like we tried to break out. Yeah. don't really like it right now. We're sitting at our 200-day moving average. So, honestly, because we did jump so much this morning, we jumped up to 5. We're all the way back down. We're almost red on the day. It would be a good spot to buy down here. We did fill this gap. So if you did buy right here, we're close to our 200-day moving average. It could be a possible good buy. I don't know much about the acquisition. Maybe it's an acquisition partnership. Yep, there's a lot of predictable channel plays, stuff like that to read. Um, but yeah, and that's what you see with a lot of stocks on this news. You'll see stocks kind of they'll go up at pre-market. Looks like 30-40%, had a big pop, and then next thing you know, it's all the way back down. So if you were looking to add, could be a good spot now for further move up. But yeah, I mean that is big news. Anything that's a really really small stock blend, and then we're you know partnering with a company that is 300 billion market cap. It's a pretty good. That should set it up a bit. Now I don't know what the partnership entails, because partnership, it sounds good on paper, but sometimes it might not be beneficial for both companies. I don't know. You want to see a mutual exclusive deals or symbiotic with these acquisitions. Sometimes if you read the fine print, they end up not being so symbiotic. That makes sense. All right. If you guys are tuning in, you got any questions, let me know. Damn, I was really hoping our Twitch would do good. So I did experiment. So we've been streaming on Twitch for the last 3 days, and we have let's see what we're doing on Twitch. We have 1 follower. Interesting. Thanks. Yeah, you're welcome. I think now that we kind of filled that gap back downwards, it looks like a good place to buy. My problem is that I just don't know what the partnership entails, stuff like that. But could be definitely interesting to look at and observe. If you guys are in here, if you guys got any tickers, wow, family really, really crap the bed. Yeah, sales. I love Salesforce. I think I wish Salesforce wasn't so expensive though. But great stock. I think it might be the next $1 trillion stock. Well, I don't think so. I think Nvidia is going to be the next $1 trillion stock. Nvidia definitely. I love Nvidia. Nvidia is really really good. The problem is that we have such a big market cap, but sometimes you got to think that even if we doubled, I don't know. I still like Nvidia. It is a really big market cap though, which you know is something of its own. When a bigger market cap, it's just hard to make not a lot of money. Not that's not the word I want to use. A lot of money, but it's hard to make. You know, I like to find multi-bag plays and growth stocks, but when you're trading big market caps, it's kind of hard to do. It's not like those are going to double consistently yearly. Maybe every 3 years though. Aher, sure, we can look at Aher. Aher. Looks okay. What we want to make sure is that once we break this resistance line up here, we're going to have a really, really big move. We just want to make sure that we can hold this 1340 level so we don't gap down. Looks decent though. We actually have a nice flag forming. I work with Salesforce products as part of my job soon. About to quit due to oh really? Yeah, interesting. I have Nvidia and AMD. AMD's been outperforming. AMD is definitely a buy over Nvidia, I think. Yeah, interesting. Sal, very interesting. So yeah, I don't know much about Salesforce, but Frog looks good. The thing is we have this again. We had this gap fill play. We gapped up. What you really want to make sure is that if once we break 122, we can gap back down to $1, which you don't want to see. We do have a lot of room to move up. We have room, honestly, up to 247 on the graph. So yeah, definitely could be a big play on these dips. Very volatile though. Not a lot of volume. Netflix wants to do something. Yeah, Netflix looks good as well. Should have gotten those 620 calls. That's all right though. Yeah, probably looks like it has a lot of room to run. I just would caution there's not a lot of volume, so we could lose a lot of this volume pretty quick. Or sorry, a lot of these gaps upwards. That makes sense. If you guys are new, got any questions, let me know. Be happy to answer any questions you guys have. Also, all my socials are below if you are interested. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of socials down low in the bio. Let's see, FAMI, a lot of stocks. Right. I thought that the news of online gambling Fubo would start. Yeah, I don't really like Fubo. It's really hard with Fubo. Maybe long term, I think it's a good stock, but it's just so volatile. I just don't know how. I mean, I just don't hear anyone talking about Fubo. It's really not that, in my opinion, doesn't have a lot of. I don't know. It's not like a. I don't know. I'm not really bullish about it, to be honest. Yeah, I can't say I am. Yeah, I don't know. I would probably say closer to no. ARC long. ARKK I'm long on ARC. I don't know about ARQ. We'll take a look though. ARC. R. Pourquoi? Yeah. Again, we have these low float SPACs that have been going crazy. That's really, really crazy. Almost $20 to 40. We have this nice breakout channel as well. So if you just follow the breakout channel, I suppose. But I would. It looks really overextended. Wouldn't be so. Is Adder running? Whenever I talk about a stock, it runs. So yeah. So what did I mean, yeah, I mean, don't really like it still, but we have this double bottom in play, which is okay, but I don't know. Not a big fan of it, to be honest with you. I mean, it does, yeah, we are running now, but we did have that double bottom, which was nice, but nothing crazy. Thanks for all the subs coming in, too. Appreciate it, as always. Right. Any opinion? Yeah, I actually talked about IG a little bit ago. Yeah, Adder looks good. Adder, I mean, the only good thing we have from Adder is that we have this double bottom right here. Um, Other than that, though, not too big of a fan. But if you're in it, congrats, I guess. I think IG. I talked about it. I put a line where I would have went long. I was thinking about going long today off the news. It looked really good at this 2.8 level. Didn't end up doing that, but yeah, it does look good. Would not be long on ASTS either, personally. QQQ starting to curl back up. Nice. I don't think Adder is going to be a multi-day runner. I'm not a big fan. Thanks, Tyler, for the sub. Not really a big fan of Adder. Uh, I mean, yeah, I'm just not a big fan, to be honest with you guys. Um, I wish I was a bigger fan, but a lot of you guys really seem to like it. Just really not. All right. If you guys got any questions, let me know. Oh yeah, you're welcome. No, you're completely fine. Yeah, I did see it. I was thinking about going long off the news. I really like the news, but yeah, decided you're totally fine. Decided not to. I like how I see people on stock Twitch calling CEI a POS because going, it's up 11% today. Cracks me up. It was crazy. Futures were up almost a percent. When we went to bed, they were up a whole percent too. If you guys are tuning in here, you guys got any questions, let me know. Nice. Growth is really picking up today. APPS, red to green day. Roku, nice. So we're talking about my favorite growth stocks. Roku, such a really nice discount down here. I love Roku. How many shares do I own? Not enough. Like Roku down at these levels. Had a really nice bounce day. Lunch Many and FediWap. Yeah, if on IG, I definitely could have. New Deal CLBS. We'll take a look. Okay. CLBS. No. Bad stock. Hate to be so blunt. It's just, we have a chart like that. It can keep going down forever. Oh, I'm so glad all my growth stocks are coming back. Yay. What else is outperforming my portfolio? XP is going good. Amazon, Microsoft, Alibaba. See, if you got, I did mean to say this. If you guys, I talk about my growth portfolio a bit. I just updated what I'm holding in it. I should, like I said, this is your guide to success. If you want to set money aside, that's gonna double pretty easily. We're gonna talk about my growth portfolio real quick. Let's find it. Why is my computer being slow? Here's the old screenshots. I remember when I was playing AHT. These are funny to look back on. This was like a few years. Okay. Okay, so if you come down here on my Twitter, the link's in bio. I just updated all of my growth stocks a couple days ago. Hopefully, I'm not dropping frames. It seems a little bit slow. This number is not right though, and the 1-year return's about 190%. It's just because I updated it. But if you look here, these are all the stocks. What I kind of did right now is I kind of like to balance my growth portfolio out with modest growth. So I call modest growth something like Apple, Amazon. It's still growing relatively quick, but it's very stable. So we'll look at that. So starting off, I love APPS. You guys know how much I like APPS. And then BioCryst is my favorite pharmaceutical. BioCryst will be at $100 in 3 years. So I really like BioCryst. And then if we're following down this list, any of these stocks are really, really good. I need to trim some percent off of Upstart. Upstart is a little bit over allocated. I'd like this to be down at 3%. FTHM, Futu, all of these names are really good. I want to trim down Square a bit too. You can see that I've started to kind of move over a little bit to China. So I have a lot of in this Futu, China, Tiger, but yeah, and then I follow it with a little bit of mega caps down below. This is what my growth portfolio is looking like right now. A little bit heavier on some larger caps right now, but when the market kind of gets back to where it needs to be, I would like to switch some of that over to some some smaller growth stocks. But yeah, so that information is free to everyone if you go ahead and it's just spider. Thanks for all the subs coming in. Appreciate it. Always appreciate the subs. T-Bolt. I played T-Bolt before. Okay, let's look. Yeah, it's popping, but same theory. So when you guys ask what's the chart, if it has this nasty downtrend, I'm never interested. We kind of did break out today though, but these nasty downtrends, there's a reason why I don't buy downtrend stocks for. Do you think ABBV will get back to 120 range? What is ABBV? Isn't it Abbott? Abby.com. Ooh, interesting play right here. Back to 120 range. I mean, possibly. The graph looks pretty good. Once we can break, well, if we can break 111.57, we have a huge gap to fill up. I don't know what caused this, but we perfect rounding bottom, almost textbook rounding bottom, and then start to extend this way. So looks like the chart's set up for a bigger move, but maybe, I don't know. It'd be a hard question. Depends what that news was and if they fixed it. If the news was terrible, I'm sure the news wasn't great. That much. But yeah, if you guys are interested in my long-term growth portfolio, it's there. I use M1 Finance. It pretty much sorts it out for percent-wise. I just have to move my percents around. I really, really like that. So I love M1 Finance. You can't trade actual shares, but it's just percentage-wise, and I like adding growth to my, every week I add money. So it makes it really easy. It does it on its own. It's kind of one of those things I just like to sit back and watch, check with quarterly. But yeah, lots of great names in here. I can go on and on. I want to once the market gets back better, I'm going to take a little bit off of Upstart, maybe a little bit off of Square, a little bit off of Neo, and then I'm going to move it into some of these smaller caps like Tiger. And then when the market gets back to normal, I got about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16% in large caps. I'll probably get that back down to nothing. So BTU is up from $2 when we talked about it yesterday from around. I don't remember talking about it. What did I say about BTU yesterday? Oh yeah, did I say that BTU is a good buy at this support level? I'm not sure. But yeah, it's very predictable off the support line. It hits the support line. That's why we love support lines. It's very predictable to make money. Hits that support and bounces. I would advise not putting it all on Riot if you like your money. Can't say that I like Riot. Riot has no revenue. It's running out of money. There's a lot of things going against it. But yeah, that's why we always buy at support. If we buy at support, we have a good chance of bouncing off of there. So very interesting. I mean, again, I don't know much about like the catalysts on Riot and stuff like that. You guys probably know more since you hold the stock. But for me, I look at revenue. So if you're bullish on all these EV startups, I'm not very bullish on. That's just kind of. But yeah, so if you guys, my Twitter isn't a link in the bio. So if you guys do have, if you guys want to look at that long-term growth portfolio, you guys can take a look at that. I'm not a financial advisor, but that's what I do own. From my knowledge, looks to be good. Okay. Did you hear the news selling off part of the factory Foxconn? No idea what that. I don't know what ticker you're talking about, Jack. And if we're talking about specific news on stocks, if it's not really large cap companies, probably not. If you link me the article, I'll look at it though. Jumia, same thing. When we're looking just really not healthy down, we have really unhealthy downtrend. Went 60 to 18. There's no, it could keep going down. We were breaking all this support. Could keep going down and down. We do have a good stop loss if you were to enter, a good stop loss would be at this 1677 level. We have a good double bottom, but still wouldn't be too great about it. Yeah, I don't know about specifics. Did you hear? If you leave me an article, I'll look at it. But what'd you say about it? Yeah, I asked about it, and you said good timing. Oh, okay. Look at my support lines and resistance video. Um, yeah, if you look at that, you'll be good. Just look at my support and resistance lines. Um, yeah, once it hits that support line, that's where most of the bulls step in to buy. So if you're gonna buy, if you're waiting for a stock, you've got to buy along support lines. It's really easy though. I mean, people overthink what a support line is. It's really easy. It's literally the most simple thing. All right, I can literally draw support on any stock. It's easier because I've done it a lot of times. I literally look. You try to make what you want to see is if you can just kind of eyeball it. You say maybe a straight line could connect all these, and then you sit there and you try to get the lines to connect. It's like a game. Sometimes I'm bad. See, I can't even do it sometimes. I had it there for a little bit. Need to move it over. Okay, great. All these lines connect. We'll say they connect right here. It bounces off of here once, twice, and now for a third time. So of course I'm going to take that trade. Bounces right up off of there. If we look at something like AM, it's very easy to find support lines. Laugh out loud. Maybe no degree yet, but you rock. I need to get my degree. I hate college. College is brutal. I just like I'm taking finance classes, and it's really hard to sit in front of a teacher about finance, and I feel like I know more than him. Not to be cocky, just like ugh. And there's like this Bitcoin seminar, and my teacher goes over how bullish he is on Bitcoin. He tells me it's going to be like $10 million, and I'm just like, dude, you probably hold AMC. Mm. So concerning support, so if it breaks through that support, it can go downwards. I agree. That's why go to my support resistance video. So if you're going to look to buy a stock, you want to buy right at support and have your stop loss right under it. If the stop loss, if it falls right through there, then you sell. I study finance, finance degree. I mean, one day I want to be a hedge fund manager. That's the goal. Or maybe my YouTube will blow up and then I'll just quit college. No, I probably do want to actually have some aspirations of being a hedge fund manager so that I won't quit, but it's just I don't like college. It's just the fact that I just always had a problem learning from professors that have never had any I think that's elementary is fine, but when you're learning in college, you're learning from a teacher from your degree who's a lot of the time never even they've just been teaching, so they've never been in the degree, so they don't know a lot of the real world applications. I have had some professors. One was actually a really famous banker. There's a lot of stuff like that, and this guy knew what he was talking about. But for the majority, a lot of people just they follow the textbook and they don't really give real life examples of what you're going to be using in your field of study. For example, I had to take calculus for finance. I can see how some of the calculations add up, but I really don't need to know the circumference of a circle, how to find pi, how to find all this crap. I just don't need to know that. Netflix, not a good look. But yeah, the circle of fifths. Okay, CI. What are we doing today? Kind of looks like a turd today. All right, hopefully. My trading group long Bitcoin at 41K. Your Patreon lets you down. Oh yeah, there's so many dumb people out here. All right. Yeah, like I said, CI could topple over any minute. That's for sure. Growth portfolio is still doing it. I think QQQ probably dropped a little bit here. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's dropping a bit. Do you really use algebra every day? You use algebra every day. Interesting, interesting. Financial field. I just don't see algebra coming in play. Um, Interesting. I've never heard someone say that they use algebra. I think algebra is decent. It's just like when you get into higher math, um, it's just some of it seems pointless. I have a bad attitude though. Um, it's cool. Um, Xeon. Oh, any. Oh, okay. I was about to say that's crazy. I was about to say who that. Yeah, just okay. Any perfect example of support resistance lines. Okay, when we graph out this chart, we can be generous and we can say our support is right here at about 563. So if we buy right at 575 and we put our stop loss at 550, the lowest, the most we're going to lose is 20 cents a share, but we have a chance of, hitting this 750, 785. So that's another great example of support. Now, with support and resistance lines, you'd be dumb to buy in the middle. You either want to sell short at the top or you want to buy at the bottom. So you'd want to buy at the bottom you don't want to trade in the middle of this. Also, if it breaks this resistance line, that's another time to go long. Yeah, ugh, algebra. I don't like talking. Or like this banking book I have to read. Actually, this banking class I'm taking is actually pretty good. Chapter 6, we're learning about mortgage, security interest, annual percentage rates, Community Reinvestment Act, personal financial planning. So next chapter is going to be really exciting because the learning objective for next chapter is explain the need for financial planning services, describe the financial planning tools and process, and identify the insurance and investment procedures, describe trust service banks. So that's going to be an interesting chapter for me. Um, Quick overview. I do tell my 12-year-old daughter who hates math that I use it many times every day algebra. Yeah, what do y'all do for work? Yeah, I hate math. Also, Janelle, where are you from in Colorado? Interested to know. Or where's everyone? I know some people are from Canada in here. Also, if you're from Canada, I'm curious what broker you use. I'd be curious about that. Oh, I meant to show everyone. I need to hold up. But yeah, if you guys are in here, got any questions, let me know. Always appreciate all the likes on the video. It helps the algorithm. So I always notice everyone always likes. Appreciate that. No, I think math is good to know. I actually like math. I like how there's one right answer, right? One right answer is always nice. Use E-Trade. Okay. San Diego. Hell yeah. I'm in Colorado Springs. Oh, okay, cool. All right, let's look. Thanks for asking about any. Appreciated it. I am so big into any almost as bad as AMC people. I'm in Colorado Springs. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I'm from Arvada, Colorado. So we're about an hour 15 away. San Diego, sweet. I wonder how your taxes are there. No, that's, yeah, New York City, electrician and your YouTube stream daily routine. I appreciated JC electrician. I always wanted to be electrician. They pay nice. I like trade school, I think. Trade. Yeah, I get it. Canada. That's hilarious. I live in Brussels, Belgium. Oh, wow. Land of chocolates, waffles, and beers. Belgium. That's crazy. What do you use? Yeah, I traded in a couple times in the past and always treated me well. Utah, nice. We're neighbors. I'm in the dental field, but I use math just for stocks and everyday stuff as time as well. I love San Diego. Favorite city. I've been, thanks for all the viewers coming in. Yeah, I've been, Belgium, that's interesting. I think it's cool that a lot of people are from all over watching. It's very interesting. Yeah, I've been to San Diego. You guys, if you ever have the chance, Colorado is beautiful. But yeah, Janelle, I've been up to Colorado Springs a lot. But I'm down here at Denver. I go to Metro, so MSU Denver. And I want to say Colorado Springs is an hour away. I don't know. I don't think I've ever really been up to Colorado Springs like by myself since I've gotten my license, but was very surprised that I walked out last night. I walked outside to my car at about 12 and it was super super cold. So we love to see that. Thanks for all the people in here, the subs. All my socials are below in the bio if you're curious. On following. I feel like we should be talking stocks. It's a good break though. Ew. Okay, QQQ. Honestly, we're ready for our next leg down. As much as I hate to say it, we're going to be ready. My growth portfolio is still actually holding up pretty well. But we think of this right here. What we would really like to see is a possible inverted head and shoulders. It's hard though. This is an inverted head and shoulders. Let me explain. This is a very interesting graph to read. So we can obviously see a head and shoulders. We have a shoulders. We have a head. We have a shoulders. No, that's not right. I want to. That's not right. I did not see that. What we do see though is an inverted head and shoulders. So we have our shoulders down here. We have our head, and then possibly our shoulders. So if we think of as an head and shoulders it's a very bearish stock. But when you flip it around, it becomes very bullish. So head and shoulders, we have our shoulders or head, and we usually see downside. Now, if we go to inverted head and shoulders, which we're starting to see right here, possibly, if we look, the exact same setup, what I'm talking about, shoulder, head, shoulder. So we could see an inverted head and shoulders, which would be very bullish. So do look out for that. And that's why knowing your charts, stuff like that is very important. You can on the fly, you can look, like, oh, that's a head and shoulders. That's an inverted head and shoulders, stuff like that. So yeah, very interesting. Knowing your charts is very good. I love, oh, holy cow, we got so much chat. You have 90K in any. Okay, we're looking at any again. I have 90K, so I obsess over it. I don't want to ask about it all the time. You can ask. I'll look at any again. James knows. Love Belgium. That's awesome. Yeah, about an hour-ish away. So cold last night. It was very cold. How's marijuana Colorado? We're totally friendly over here. I'll take a trip out there for sure. Spy going to lay down. I think we could see an inverted head and shoulders source. A good friend of mine has a condo a couple blocks from Petco Field. So okay, nice. I don't blame you, Janelle. Marijuana friendly for sure. I definitely do, like, I wouldn't say like they got some good stuff. I don't do it often. It's more of like if I have a stress day or like I can't sleep would kind of be a thing. I'm not like doing it every day though. But yeah, very friendly out here. Colorado, I like Colorado. Colorado's cool. Um, if you really, I have if you guys, I have a couple of cabins up in Estes Park, Colorado, which if you ever get the chance, Estes Park is amazing. But the city life down in Denver, as I'm sure as you guys say, San Diego, it's just busy, lots of people. Let's see. You guys are tuning in. Welcome, welcome. 20 minutes from. Don't work from. Okay, we'll look at. You said you're 90K. Jeez, I wish I had 90K, but it happens to the best of us. Jeez, I can't even find. You said any, right? Love Colorado too. Red Rocks is a good time. Yeah, I love Red Rocks. Some really good concerts up there. Okay. Let's take a look at any. Janelle, did you say any? I can't remember what you said. Was it any? Did you delete your... Yeah, Janelle, you have to tell me what ticker. Did you say any? Okay. Any, how did you... So it's very crucial that with any, we want to make sure that we can hold right here. If we hold this, we could definitely bounce back up. But I mean, long term, it looks decent. Like if you're actually holding it, it doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look terrible. I mean, we've actually had some really, really good growth. Now, what I'm sure, I can't believe, I don't know. So we have a 300 million market cap. The revenue is probably not going to be good, but we're starting to. The graph looks nice. The graph does look nice. Burning Man bucket list. Good luck, Janelle. Yeah, I mean, you guys could be okay. The best advice, if you guys are burnt in a stock, just sell out and buy some long-term growth stocks. It'll help you out. It's always an idea. You can't go wrong buying APP. Like, you can't, like, literally, it's actually cool. You can, I like, I wish I could just make a hedge fund right now. I'm telling you. Like, I promise you, like, this is all I want to do. I want to have my own stocks ticker that I literally actively trade. And it would be pretty much this. Like, I'm like, it would be this, and I would update it daily. You know what I mean? I would do active research. But if I was a hedge fund manager, I mean, this is what I would hold right now. So I just wish it was so much easier to make a hedge fund. It's not. You have to get. It's so much work. I wish there was some like app that like you could, like, I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm gonna name my hedge fund. I should name my hedge fund Bullish Trades. I probably will name my hedge fund Bullish Trades. I I was also gonna. It was just off the top of my head, but Hillary Clinton. I read an article last night. Hillary Clinton. Hello.
Hi, this is Rachel from Dealer Services.
Shut up. Um, what I was gonna say is that Hillary Clinton turned $1,000 into 10,000 using cattle futures. Look at that story. Very crazy. Yeah, you're welcome, Salve. See you later. Just 10x a few times. You'll have enough. Thank you and good luck as well. Awesome. Thank you for looking into it. Yeah, you're very welcome. Um, I am going to Dartboard Capital. I need to turn this. I have some people working at my house. They're doing concrete right now. So I mean, yeah, I mean, I really don't like to get into politics. I'm not the biggest fan of Hillary Clinton. So I don't really like to talk politics, but so but I think if I was gonna put I'm definitely, if this makes sense, I'm a socially a Democrat, right? Like I think that like people can be whatever they want, but economically I'm definitely Republican. So I say I'm an independent. Or something with Colorado in the name. Yeah, we could do like, yeah, that'd be cool too. Um Something of that nature. I don't know. Still long. I still have to pass on my college classes and, you know, make sure something. Estes Park is amazing. It is. We spent our vacation there this summer, and I adore it there. So many elk. Yeah, I wish I could show some pictures. Let me look. I don't know how well these pictures are gonna show. Um, so I was up there a couple days ago, and let's see if this is gonna show. Okay. There's a moose. Rocky Mountain Oyster Fund. I love that, Jack. That's hilarious. Mountain high. Okay, let me raise it. I do have some construction cranes outside, but so there's a moose that I saw a couple days ago in Estes Park. Do I have any good pictures? Okay, this is my old Jeep, but here's my cabin up there. Or this is my uncle's cabin. I have a cabin too, but this is his cabin. I don't know if I have any pictures of mine. Um, let's see. Here's a nice fish up in Estes Park. But yeah, hopefully that volume works. If the cranes get too loud, they're putting concrete in the backyard, so better. Okay, good. Oh yeah, we'll see. Yeah, Estes Park is beautiful. Ugh, QQQ. So what I see from QQQ right now is our last chance is this 358.64. If we can't hold this right here, we're going to see another leg down, unfortunately. But yeah, very nice. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to have to see a leg down. Yeah, we're going to see a leg down here probably, potentially. I was hoping that that inverted head and shoulders would, but now this looks like another head, so I'm not very too confident on that. IWM. Yeah, IWM's actually breaking down as well again. So okay. This is what I'm gonna do. I really don't want to record. They're starting outside. They're gonna be really, really loud. So I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna post some videos today. So if you guys got any, if you guys got any questions, just let me know. We'll answer for 5 minutes. But it's super annoying. I'm probably gonna go find something to do today. Ride next. Let's see if I can give you guys a room tour real quick. Here's my Pokemon collection over there. If they'd reach. Pokemon's over there. And then that's my couch. I got a TV, but over here, they're like literally outside up there is where they're doing the construction. They're putting in new concrete. So yes. But yeah, if you guys got a few questions to finish up, I appreciate being everyone here. I'm not sure. I had some people say that they wanted a patron yesterday, so I did. Sorry, I'm just gonna take the hat off. I'm getting hot, but I don't know which. Like, if you guys were interested in doing that, I don't know. We need to have a way to carry on chat when you leave. Lots of good info from Preeps here. Would you guys be interested in a Discord? Like a channel Discord? Yeah, I'm gonna end it though. They just started. They're gonna be loud. Would you guys want a? I mean, I'm trying to think of things like less Pokemon, more monitors. No, let me show you. All right, I just got this base set chart. Oh, I don't look good like that. Just got this base set Charizard yesterday. If you guys would you guys be interested in like a Discord or something like that? I don't know if that'd be interesting to anyone here. If you guys like, I know a lot of people know each other from the community. Maybe like a Discord would be pretty cool. But yeah, I definitely do agree. The chat is awesome. But if there was like Discord would work. Okay, let's make a Discord right now. Let me make a Discord. Give me a second. While we're on live, we can do a Discord. And then I'm really hoping by October 13th is my birthday, so I'm setting a goal. I would love to get monetized by then, 1,000 followers. That would be sweet. Okay, if you guys are, I hope you guys have a good time, a good day. If you guys are just stopping by, make sure to subscribe if you guys like the content. We are just gonna make a quick Discord. I don't know who any of these people are, but let's make a add a server. We'll create my own. We'll call it a community. We'll call it Bullish Trades. Bullish Trades. And then we're gonna upload
Oh, did you guys like this? I did this thumbnail. How do we like this thumbnail? Maybe I should. That should be the. Actually, that's the thumbnail. I like that. Okay. Um, create. I'll give you guys the link. Sorry. Got it. Okay. So I guess I'll make some different channels, but okay. Hello, and then invite your friends. Here's a link. I made 5,000 with Magic the Gathering. Do not discount Pokemon. Oh, Charlotte, that's funny. I love Magic the Gathering. I played. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, that's why I'm holding on to my Pokemons. But what? I used to play Magic the Gathering like a lot back in 2010, 2011 when I was a kid. M10, M11. I used to go to tournaments. Call it Austin the Great. That would be another. That would be another good one. James, what do you go by on Twitch? Yeah, I also don't recommend following my. You can follow my stock Twitch, but I spam a lot. There's the Discord link. I'm gonna post that on Twitter as well for everyone. I don't even know what email Okay, hopefully that works. It should work because I sent it. I don't even know what email I'm signed into over here. Nicholas. I'm gonna go Austin. Save that. Okay. Austin. Do Austin. Okay, whatever. And then I only use Twitter for Austin. Oh, yeah, I know. But I need to see what. I don't know what that email is. Okay. So if you guys want to follow that Discord, what is Discord? I thought Discord was for. I just started a channel Discord. It seems like it might be. A lot of people wanted, or some people said that a Discord would be cool, so we're just started a Discord. So if you want to be in the Discord, well, maybe we'll start. If you guys want to chat with each other, maybe we'll start a Discord in there. Trying to think of some things, and yeah, hopefully that will work. Oh, I'm friendly trolling. I was about to say, I was like, you don't know what Discord is? I know some. You guys gotta. Yeah, if you guys want to do Discord links, okay, cool. Ignores me. Yeah, ignore everyone. All right. Recap back on the market. QQQ, we still are really jumping off of these key levels, which I like to see. Yeah, nothing crazy in the market. XP's okay. Yeah, nothing crazy. I do need to. Let's see what you guys. I might keep this. Yeah, Discord will probably be the easiest way. So yeah, maybe I'll start posting some educational links in here too. So yeah, if you guys want to follow the Discord, I'll make sure to put that in everything. Haven't even checked multi-stream. Oh, I got a little. That's cool. All right. If you guys do want to head out, there's not going to be anything else we're really going over. If you guys got any last questions, let me know. Jimbo, P. Davis, hello everyone. Yeah, maybe it'd be a good spot for, I don't know. I have too many things going on I got to figure out. Like I have my Twitter, my Patreon. I just started on Twitch, Facebook as well. So thoughts on Spy for end of the day? Sure, yeah, we can talk about that. Someone unsubscribed. Oh no. Okay. So mean. So actually, SPY and QQQ look a little bit different. When I'm looking at the thing about it is my QQ. I'm looking at my portfolio, and my portfolio follows QQQ and IWM. So I look at my portfolio, and I'm up almost 1% on the day. So SPY doesn't obtain to me too much. I do want to say that SPY, we did break down out of this key level, so our next resistance line is going to be 428. So I do think that we have a little bit ways to go down. It's nice to see we have a little bit of relative strength from QQQ. That's where most of my stocks are at. Growth stocks are holding up today, so that's what I would say as well. Great. Okay, CRVS. So CRVS. CVRS. Honestly, I think the play is over. June, we broke all the support. We have a gap all the way back down to $2, so not interested on that once it broke that. Jimbo 4406. That's hilarious. Do ride, I'll subscribe again. Not I'll look at ride. Ooh. I need a okay. Highs in. Ooh, interesting. So remember what we talked, if you look, I mean, the gap to fill, I mean, right now is a good risk reward. We have this double bottom at 6, actually a really, really good risk reward. If I was going to buy at $6 with a 580 stop loss, does look okay. I mean, I'm sure the company's awful with this chart, but the graph looks like it's ready for a potential bounce. Zom Therapeutics. Yeah, I'm going to, if I talk about it, it might go up. Let's look. Don't talk about. Oh, I see. You want it to go up. Actually, Zom, we're actually just broke out of our long-term resistance, so we could see something pop. We could start to see, if we break our 200-day moving average, we could see move. That chart is priming up a bit. Bob Liu, SDPI. Nice. SDPI, nice move. We had a nice move yesterday. We broke all this resistance on the 1 day. Our next resistance line, we have a lot of resistance. If we can break 231, we have a long ways up. I still think it's very overextended, and we have fallen a lot. I think that this chart is probably done with. Don't like it so far. Unless we can somehow reclaim this $1.40 level, then I would potentially be interested. Okay. Let's see if anyone, the Discord links there. I am gonna get going, so cool. Everyone is in. Cool. If you guys, 324K shares. Jeez, hopefully that goes up for you. That's a lot of shares, man. Give me 1 sec. All right, cool. I'm gonna end it here. I hope you guys have a good one. I'm gonna leave. If you guys want the Discord, I'll tweet it out. All my socials are below. It's always for your time. Your game is super tight. Keep up the good work. You are welcome. Thank you for everyone being here. June, Charlotte, Janelle, appreciate it. I did have a video I dropped that was really good. I will make another video today. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good one. I'll be in chat for a bit. Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome, fart.